Hello, welcome to this Dominion League match, Season 44, Division 2 against Ravenshard. This is my fourth match of the season. I'm currently sitting at 9-9, so even record. Looking up the standings here, they have played one fewer match than me, I think. So they have 4 wins and 8 losses, it looks like. So hopefully, if I'm going to stay in this division, I'm gonna need to at least split these games, maybe do a little bit better. Let's look at the kingdom here. So, Tomb incentivizes trashing. Obviously, we don't need much incentive to trash. Cultists are annoying, but maybe we're not going to play with them. I think I'm going to open Hermit Spice Merchant. Like 99% I'm going to open a Hermit Spice Merchant. I just want to think through sort of what my plan is going to be after that to make sure. Apothecary's no good, so probably you want to have Dungeon for draw, which incentivizes a deck with a lot of treasures. Magpie also works well in a deck with a lot of treasures, so we don't want to like completely thin our coppers. We want to add a bunch of silvers. Canal's nice. Maybe you pick that up early. There's going to be plus buy from markets. You can buy multiple things, so the cost reduction helps you multiple times. That's something to look for Canal, is if you have multiple buys in a turn, what that looks like. It affects twice, right? So if you buy 1 Canal and then 4 provinces, you save yourself 4 money. If you buy 1 Canal and then 4 stables and 4 markets and 4 magpies and 4 provinces, you save yourself 16 money. I don't think staring at this is going to convince me not to go Spice Merchant Hermit, so that's what I'm going to do. With not drawing the Spice Merchant as the last card of the shuffle, I should be able to get through a clean shuffle. Pick up another Hermit, probably a Madman, and then whatever else I buy on the other turn, which could be like a Silver or a Magpie. Both those seem reasonable at this point in the game. I don't know exactly what split I'll have with the Spice Merchant and the Hermit and so on. If I draw the Hermit in the hand with 5 money, I'll have to strongly consider what I do. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cards action. Okay, so the Hermit's down there with estate and 3 coppers. So I'm going to have 3 money. I'm going to trash an estate, gain a Hermit, gain a Madman probably. So I think I will add a silver now. See what they do. They were able to get a Magpie, which is quite nice. So they got a Magpie instead of my silver, which is unfortunate for me, but not much you can do. I guess Canal is something you can buy if you have 7 and you have a Hermit coming in, so you can trash your Hermit. So that's something I can look to do here if I can find the Hermit. And I get 7 money, I can gain a Hermit and buy Canal for 7. They were able to basically draw their deck on the Magpie turn, although, okay, they were thinking about what to gain. Yeah, so they gained the Canal, okay. Okay, this worked out quite well. They've got the extra Magpie, I have the extra silver. We both thinned 2 coppers and 2 estates. They've got 2 Magpies now. So that's something I need to watch for them having a big lead in Magpies. I think I'm going to buy a Magpie anyways. They didn't gain another Hermit last turn? They just didn't play it? They played a Hermit and gained a silver. I'm not quite sure why. I think I want the Hermit. I'm happy to continue to gain like pawns and Hermits and stuff. So bottom card's a copper. So I can decide what I want to do here. I can gain a silver and draw it. I think it makes more sense to just gain like I can gain a Magpie because I have cost reduction coming in. That's nice. So I'll trash this estate, gain a Magpie, take coins buy. And I've got 7. So I can gain myself a stables now. Notably, I'm not going to be able to use the Hermit for plus buy later on. Oh, they gain 2 cultists. So the cultists are going to be annoying for my deck. How do I get rid of all the... How do I get rid of all of the ruins? So I can get my own cultist and a dungeon. I mean, they're going to empty the whole cultist, the whole runes pile into my deck here. So I can also just get a moat and try to get some defense by having being fairly thin and having a couple of moats, and then discarding those with dungeon at the beginning of turns. So here I'm just going to buy like a stables and a moat. I'll take 2. Oh, I had 50-50 chance, I guess. I'm not going to turn on auto reveal because there are weird circumstances where I might not want that. Here. Okay. So I discarded a copper. Starting to run a little thin on treasure, but I want to cards action. So I can gain something here. No trashing. I've got 5 money. I guess I want to get a silver on this turn. So I'll have 5 money after that. And I want to get a moat. So I'm going to get silver stables moat. Ooh, I didn't have a plus buy. Oops, that was a mistake. Oh, taking two runes is pretty nasty. Trash for cards action. Okay. Well, I'm playing the Hermit always here anyways. So I only have 1 buy again, so I'm going to gain a moat and buy a market. And now I'll have 2 buys. I feel like they don't have quite enough draw for their deck size. They've got a couple magpies. They still have an estate. I've thinned more coppers. And if they don't draw a cultist near the top, or if they draw a cultist near the top with those treasures and estates and spice, they can play the cultists, but then they don't get to play other actions like the market. So I'm not like in terrible shape, and since I am playing my Hermit every turn to gain something, I can trash the runes. You know, if I have decent coverage with, not quite sure what took so long there, but trying to do some setup where they get the cultists on top. This autoplay is annoying, but there could be a point later in the game when it's important to have it turned off, so it is what it is. Magpie. Stables. Okay, so that's a drawn deck. And I'll trash here. I'm going to gain silver. And then I'm going to buy a market and a dungeon. And the dungeon should help me discard the moats, get to the stables faster. I have a slight VP lead from the 2. Looking at final game state, I think we're going to end this on provinces, but it's possible that we run out the magpies, the markets, the runes. And I hope that the opportunity cost of them having to have the cultists is counteracted by the fact that I had to gain the moats, though. Yuck. This is quite bad for me. I have both my stables down there at the bottom and only one treasure. Although I do have the I was also not able to gain any of the magpies due to that awkward turn 3-4 split. Okay, so 6. I mean, like, pileouts with Canal are much easier with markets, so markets end up being much stronger. But I think I want to add a little bit more draw to my deck. So add a stables and a pawn for the plus buy. Hopefully, I had my market down there too. 2 magpies, 2 stables. That was a sad shuffle for me. Yuck. So now I assume they just province. They get market, pawn. Okay. Well, I need to discard those 2 to try to guarantee drawing. Okay, that went pretty well. Discard a silver. Discard a silver. Play the market, play the dungeon. Okay. The last card should be another silver. So I want to see that. So they have a lot of markets now. They're maybe looking for like the 8 estate pile out. I have a lot fewer buys. How many markets do they have? I have 2, so they have 6. So they have 6 buys, and that pawn is up to 7 buys. So that's what I've got to watch out for. They can also distribute to ruins. So I have to watch out for the pile out there. This doesn't seem super easy to navigate this position. So I can gain a pawn here. I can play the Spice Merchant next turn for draw. So that will give me a little bit more draw. I'm thinking about just buying a province, though, to sort of make them, to take away those pile out potentials from them. So let me trash the survivors. I can gain another dungeon. Dungeon seems good for reliability in the kind of deck that I've built, and I've got 9. And another stables for a little bit more draw. It's a little bit dicey with the number of treasures I have. I could get like a stables and a gold, and then look to buy a province next turn. Or get a stables and a market. I think they can't actually pile out with their deck, although they can gain a bunch of stuff, and it puts me in an okay position. Market, pawn, not quite sure. That felt a little bit random, spewy, to be honest. I've been behind in this game since turn 3, where they got the magpie and I got a silver, and then we both passed turn 4 to get the madman. So it's kind of been. And then I went for the stables, and they had the cultists, so I had to get the moats, which cost me buys and opportunity cost. Definitely moating both of these. There was a point, we were close to a point where potentially, I left the pile out? No, they don't have enough money. I did leave a pile out, but they don't have enough money. If I'd taken even 1 rune there, they would have had a pile out. So clearly that was a misplay on my part to let them get in that situation, because if I didn't have the moat in hand. So I have 3 markets, 2 pawns. I have 6 gains, I think. Max. Markets and dungeons are very low, but I don't have enough money. So the pile out would have to be ruins. Ruins market. I need one more gain, I think, than I have. The pile out that worried me for them was the 8 estate pile out. So they've got 7 buys here with their 6 markets. I have 3 markets. Yeah, they have 7 buys, 8 buys potentially. If they played pawn for buy, they would have 8 buys here. So they could have gone pawn, 6 ruins. They couldn't have piled out because they didn't have points. Okay. Yeah, I think they were realizing that they need points. And just silvers to go with all the magpies. Okay, discard those. Just kind of clicking through, hope to hit with the stables at some point. Or hope to hit with a magpie at some point with a couple of treasures still in the deck. I don't really want to discard this silver, but I don't think I have enough draw to get back around. Get back to it. Okay, I'm going to have to play the Spice Merchant for draw. Well, let me count here. I've got 7 buys in hand. What does that do for me? I can Hermit and trash something for some amount of points. I can Hermit an estate. So the estate pile is what I need. I have pawns can be action buy, action buy. I think Hermit's going to be the gain anyways. And I do have another, I don't have another market. So what is the last card is a ruin, I think. So I can play both these for coin, action buy, action buy. That's 6 buys and 3 money. I can play Spice Merchant to trash a copper. That's 7 buys and 5 money. So that's 7 buys and 9 money. So I could pile out Merchant and Rune Library, but that's not enough money to win the game. And I only have 1 rune in the deck, which is the top card. So I think I'm going to discard these, trigger a bad shuffle with the Spice Merchant, and then at least I'll have a moat on top. Okay. Does the Ruined Market help? It doesn't help. I'm just 1 gain short here. I need 6 Ruined Libraries market. I need 1 more gain. Or 1 more. I need to get some VP somehow out of this. The top 2 cards are both moats, but I've got 2 dungeons coming in, so that's nice. What about the Hermit pile? Hermit pile is way too big. I need a second pile. Yeah, I need 14 money for that pile, and I've only got 9 money. Interesting. So the Hermit can gain something. I'm afraid to gain an estate because the pile is low. So I can just with pawns gain money, basically. So what do I want to buy this turn? I want to buy a province. I'm going to trash this Ruined Market and gain probably another pawn. So that'll give me, if I pay card action and then action coin, I'll have 10 money, which is enough for province and 3 cost, which I don't really need. They've gained this Hermit now, which is a little worrisome. I can empty the runes, buy a province. I'm just 1 gain short here. So card action, action coin, and then play Hermit, trash that. So I'm going to have 10 money. So I really wanted 11, I could get province stables, but it doesn't look like that's possible. I also can't really touch. I can touch the pawn pile, actually, so I can get, like, province pawn. Can I touch the dungeon pile? They don't have enough money to empty the dungeon pile, I don't think. Maybe they do. So maybe I'm just getting a silver. Or maybe I'm also afraid to touch the estate pile. So what does that line look like? I have 10, I buy province and 3 estates. And then they've got to buy province and 5 estates. And they've got how much money? They've got 2 silvers and a copper. So they've got 5 money. Emptying that takes, 4 plus 5 is 9 money to empty market and 5 estates. So that's not enough VP. And they've got about 12, 13 money maybe. They've got 6 markets and 5 money. So they've got 11 money. So my next turn chance of dunning is very, very high in that case. But I think it gives me the best chance to win. So from this position of being behind. Okay, seeing all the stables at the top of the shuffle is nice, and obviously I have this mode. Wait, can they just buy province and 4 estates and win? Yes, they can. Okay, I miscounted. They can just buy province and 4 estates and win. I should have bought 2 estates. I should have left 5 estates. A little bit surprised, like I have these stables, they don't have any stables, and they just are able to... They trashed a silver. Oh, I'm quite surprised. I don't know what just happened. Okay, what do I do here? So what do I need to win? I need 5 buys and 8 money. That seems quite tough given the position. No, I can gain a hermit. So I need 4 buys, and I think I'm going to get rid of the spice merchant and hope to be able to draw with my stables. Come on, treasures. Okay, so if this is action buy, right? If this is action buy, I have 4 monies. I have 3 money, 5 buys. Hermit gains an estate. Trashes a moat. Hermit gains an estate. Trashes a moat. I have 3 money. So what if this is coin buy? That's 4 money. I'm just short on money. So I just have to go card action and hope to draw a treasure. Find some more stuff. Okay. Let's reassess. I found a silver now. So if pawn is coin action. So if the pawn is coin action, that gives me 4 money. And it gives me 6 money. So I'm 1 money short in that line after playing the hermit to gain an estate and trash a mode. So I'm still 1 money short in that line. What about if I use pawn for action coin? It's still 6 money. So if I use it for action buy, it's 4 money. Yeah, I have to draw on here. I think I'm counting myself as being 1 short. So this is action coin. I have 6 money. I hermit gain an estate. And then I need 7 money. I only have 6 money. Okay, reassess. I am in the same situation. I have 6 money. I need... Oh, but I can play the spice merchant for coin buy. So let's play the pawn for action coin. That's 4 money. And then the spice merchant, I have to trash the silver. So that doesn't work. Okay. So action buy gets me to 3 money. Still 5 buys. What about the runes pile? The runes pile. If I play this for coin, action buy, I have 5 money, 5 buys. I can gain something with a hermit, but I'm 1 short, so I have to trash. Trashing the silver gives me an extra buy, so I can get to 6 buys. But that number doesn't help me. I'm not actually sure what my outs were here, to be honest. I think it's green cards at the bottom, so I've somehow terribly messed this up. Okay, and I've killed my payload as well. So I'm playing this for action card. Do I have any outs down there? I don't have any good cards left at the bottom of the deck. I have a copper maybe. So I'm going to play this for action coin. Okay. And now just play the hermit. Trash a moat. Gain something. So I can gain all the estates. Is that any use to me? Doesn't seem like it's any use to me. They're just going to win next turn. I can just gain a pawn, gain a duchy, hope they dud, or I can just gain 4 estates, and it's like slightly annoying for them to pile. With an 8-point lead. I don't know. This all feels like I screwed that up. Not quite sure where I could have diverted on that turn, but it feels like I screwed it up. And I've wrecked my deck. They don't have a ton of money. They trashed a silver last turn. So they have not a lot of money. Yes, they have not a lot of money. So they trashed a silver. I don't think they have enough money in the deck for Province Duchy. They don't. Interesting. I'm still in the game. That's kind of remarkable. I'm not quite sure how this is possible that I'm still in this game. Alright. Discard 2 estates. Play the market. Okay, so this is just end turn by market. Wow, I feel like I got away with something there. I don't know how I came out on top on that one, but obviously a good way to start a match. So moving on to game 2. I don't know. I could think a lot about this kingdom. There was a lot going on. So they have a hard limit at 10. So I'll move on to game 2. But I think we can have a good discussion in the comments about that kingdom.